Hey folks, in this video, we are going to continue our work on functions. Specifically, we're going to look at using variables within functions, multiple variables. And you're going to hear the word parameter used, or parameter parsing, or argument. It's going to be a bit of lingo. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it. It's all going to be sweet. So let's go. So to begin with, a bit of a recap. If I wanted to make, say, a function that says hello to people, which would be nice, because, let's be friendly. I use DEF, short for define. We'll call it greeting. My open bracket, close bracket to show that it's a function. My double dots. We have a control structure set up, so I can indent whatever code I want to be part of this function. Let's just do print hello. That sounds great. So I've defined my function, and then I can call upon that function. I could say greeting, and I'm feeling very happy, so I could do it twice. Why not? YOLO, as they say. So I hit run. I've got hello. It's printed the function twice. It's called upon the function twice, I should say, and the function prints this. That's fine. Now, functions, they're just an efficient use of using Python code. We can put variables in them to unpack things. So I could say, I could make a variable. I could call myself Chris. That's my name. And I want this function to say hello to me. I want that variable to be used. So we could do this sort of old school. There's different ways you can use it, but the old school way, put a comma, then we've got this variable. I can click on it. They're both highlighted. They're linked. Things looking pretty sweet. I could hit run. Hello, Chris. Hello, Chris. That sort of thing. So things are looking pretty good. Okay? That is one way that you can use a variable into a function. You can do that. The same errors could be affected, I could have a capital N. There's an error. There's a variable error, that sort of thing. Okay. That's one way to do it. However, we could do a different way. We could use a parameter and an argument. So, bit of lingo. A parameter is a placeholder within a function. It serves same purposes as a variable. Pretty much. I'm saying pretty much. It's not entirely, but it is pretty much a variable. Okay? The other word we need is an argument. An argument is when I yell at people. Nah, that's not what happens. An argument is the value that you pass into a parameter. When we do this, it is called parameter parsing. Okay, so that's the three pieces of word. Those are the three words that we need to understand their definitions. Let's unpack what this looks. An example always makes way more sense, I find. So we're going to use this define greeting. Now, instead of, let's get rid of this. Oh no, I'll keep that there. Greeting. Yeah. Name. I put the variable there within the function. I'll do that again just so you guys can see. This was the original one, right? Right? This was the original function here. And within these parentheses, within these brackets, I can actually put variables. When I put them in there, they're called parameters. And you can put as many as you want. We're going to start with one to begin with. I'm going to put name. And they are now linked. Okay? And this parameter, there are specific guidelines to it. So the first thing is, it needs to be called upon. An argument needs to be placed through it. So if I was to say greeting Chris, right? This is the function. And I'll just divide this up just so we've got a function. This will be define the function. And this will be call the function. Okay. So I've defined my function. Now I'm going to call it. If I run it, Chris is not defined. What? I'm going to make this a string. So put quotation marks around it. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's break it down. This is the parameter. It's a placeholder. Pretty much the same thing as a variable, but it's saying I need information passed into me. That is a little bit different than a variable. I've linked to it. This is how you'll use that information within the function. And then when I call the function, I must pass an argument into the parameter. And that is why we call it parameter parsing. That sort of thing. Okay, now, why is this useful? Well, I can use this function as many times as I want. Whenever I need to say hello to someone, right? It could be someone different. I could say, I could put Jack, right? And it just does automatically for me. Let's look at, I'll show you an example that will make it, that you could see in the game. All right, so this is our define our functions, define functions, and then we can call upon the functions. All right, well, I should just say this is our main code. Okay, all right, so I can make a function here which is just like show your location. So if you're the player, you might be like, I want to just know where I am, and so I could ask show location. And in this show location, it has a parameter location, and it says you are in the location. And so you can just pass these things right into here. So if I hit run, you're in the forest, you're in the cave, you're in the castle. That's looking pretty sweet. Okay. Now we can pass strings into it. We can also pass integers. So we could just do attack, damage, print, you deal let's say I want to do like a calculation, actually. That would be kind of cool. So 2 times damage. Okay, maybe you got a sword or something that doubles your damage. So whenever you do your damage, now you do 2 times. Okay, and so if I was to attack and I attack with 10 damage, I can run it. Oh, what have I done wrong here? I haven't done this. Okay, I think that should work now. Yeah, there we go. You deal 20. Well, I should say you deal 20 damage like that. Okay, so you can use numbers, you can use integers. It's all good, whatever works. The last thing is that we can pass more than one parameter into a function. As long as we set it up, things are looking good. Maybe I want to deal damage to name. The way that we set this up is we separate them. Actually, do I use a comma? I do. Okay. You deal 2 damage. Your name is name. Okay. So maybe it's going to use more than one variable within the thing. So when I'm passing this information into the parameter, I can just say, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What the skibbity? What's going on here? Ah, it automatically does this. That's interesting. Okay. Anyway, if I was to run this, all right, you deal 20 damage. Your name is Chris. So you can put as many parameters and arguments into these as you wish. As long as you set them up, that will be sweet. Now, again, like if I just didn't have this and I ran it, it takes one positional argument, but 2 were passed. So it's like, you are only asking for 1. Why have you put 2? So that's something to watch out for. I think the opposite is also true. I think if I was to just put in an integer, let's have a look. Yeah, missing 1 required positional argument. So it's in the order that you're putting things. So if you're saying, if I make a function, it's like I'm expecting 2 parameters here, I'm asking for 2 inputs. And if those 2 inputs are not met, there's an error. So you do have to, the way you set it up, you just got to be kind of sneaky about it. Well, not sneaky, but you got to think about it. So 2 parameters, 2 arguments, parameter passing, run it. It's looking pretty sweet. Other than that, peace out.